think I probably have covered what we're about to just run through briefly, Beth, but let's just kind of run through it.
Yes, I went ahead to supporting documents and
Okay.
she did cover a good portion of the rest of that. So this would just be what you gather and submit as those supporting documents.
Okay, so remember proof of exposure. If you are in a category 1 through 27, you have to prove that you lived there, you dwelled there, you worked there, you went to school there, or you were otherwise exposed. You can do that through your deed, your income tax returns, if you have a water bill that was in your name, if your child went to school there, if you as an adult went to school there. You could have a medical record that shows your Flint address at the right time period. You could have a pay stub or a letter from your employer that verifies employment. Just think about if someone asked you, all right, so you lived in Flint, prove it. That's what we're doing. That's what you're doing. That's what we're trying to help you do. Tax returns, just that front page, the list your address, the year that you were there. Anything else that you believe would reliably show that you lived there. If there's a question, the claims administrator is going to follow up with you. Remember that they have access to the water bills. They have access to your blood lead. If you went for a blood lead test, you had to put down your address. If you went for a blood lead test, you had to put down your address. That can be used to show that you lived there. So if you have a question about that, if you don't have a copy, you can call the claims administrator and they can assist. Proof of residency, the same. You have to prove that you lived there. You have to prove that you were on the deed, that you rented, a mortgage statement, your water bill, your tax returns, just kind of the same thing. Whatever you're using for proof of residency, you can also use for proof of exposure. All right, this will be live on our website, these links. If you had a water lead test, that really goes, that's a particular categories for children. If children lived in a home with a water lead test of a certain number, that moves them around within their categories, and that will be live. Water bills, again, that will be a live link. It doesn't go back. You know, if you've moved, if you lived there in 2014, it's not going to pick up on that. It's going to pick up on your current residence, but the claims administrator does have the older ones. This is the list of medical records that we went over. Those need to show up in a medical record linked by the doctor to the water. And then these are the various test results. The blood lead, the claims administrator has. The bone lead, you would need to submit. If you did a home water test and you have it, you should submit that. If a test was done by the city or some other governmental entity, most likely it'll be on the link that Beth just shared. If your child had a cognitive deficiency test and you have that, you need to submit that. Business interruption, again, proof of ownership, and then tax returns, 2 years prior to the loss, during the loss, 1 year after the loss. Legal authority, if you're completing it on behalf of someone who's passed away, you need a death certificate. You're going to need an estate open. There is a procedure that is being worked on to make it a little bit more smoother for people who don't have an estate open. We'll have updates on that on our website. If you are completing the forms on behalf of someone who is legally incapacitated, whatever documents give you legal authority, you need to upload those. If you're completing them on behalf of a minor child, birth certificate or guardianship or adoption papers, something to show your legal authority to assist this child. And I think I'm done. Thank you all very much. I hope this has been helpful. I'm going to try and catch some of the Q&A in the chat.
Thank you very much, Leslie. Give your voice a break there. Okay, now we're going to turn it over for some FAQs, frequently asked questions that our attorney Trishelle Young sees and hears in the Flint office.
Thank you, Beth. So thank you, Leslie. You really went over a lot, and I was steady trying to answer the questions in the Q&A, and people are listening. So, you know, it was a lot of questions in there, really, really good questions. So keep putting your questions in there so we can try to get as much answered as we possibly can. So these are some very common questions that we've been getting on a daily basis at the office. How do I participate in the settlement? You must file your claim by May 12th of this year in order to participate in this settlement. How do you know if you registered for the settlement? You can call or email the claims administrator, and we're going to be giving you this number and this email several times as we cover these slides. So the claims administrator's phone number is 1-800-493-1754, and their email is flintwater@archersystems.com. Okay, Beth. So what happens if you have not received your claims form? If you haven't received your packet in the mail after you mailed your registration form in, or if you didn't receive an email with a link to complete the forms online, if you submitted your registration online, again, you need to contact the claims administrator at 1-800-493-1754. Or again, you can email them at flintwater@archersystems.com. So when did the claim forms get sent out? Paper claim forms were mailed out January 5th of this year, and electronic forms were made available online on January 12th of this year. If you have moved to a new address since you registered last year, you need to contact the claims administrator and update your information. Again, the phone number for Archer is 1-800-493-1754, and contact them as soon as possible to update your address. Technical support. So we have our Flint office that is open for you, but if you have questions about the claims process, the claims forms, the timelines, you need to contact Archer, who is the claims administrator. And again, their phone number, 1-800-493-1754. And they can help you. They can help you on the claims website, or if you just have questions about your package. If you want to go online, you can go online at www.officialwatersettlement.com. And again, they have the FAQs and the video instructions available on that website. And Leslie just kind of showed you and demonstrated where those videos and the FAQs are. So it's very easy to navigate. And we are offering in-person help for your claims form. Our office is located at 1188 Robert T. Longway Boulevard. That is directly behind the Holiday Inn Express. And we have appointment hours that you can call. You can go online and schedule your own appointment. You can call our office and schedule an appointment. Our standard office hours are from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Monday through Friday, and 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Wednesdays. Because we are coming so close to our deadline for the claims process, we will be open for the next 3 Saturdays at the Flint Water office. So if you're working during our hours, we're trying to accommodate you so that you have no reason or no excuse for not being able to get the help or get your questions answered so that you can complete this claims form. So you can register for an appointment with our online system, and you can go to our website, which is flintwaterjustice.com. In our office, we have staff and supervisory attorneys on call, and we do have some COVID protocols in force.
Okay, thank you very much, Trishelle. Yes, and you can make that appointment online by going to flintwaterjustice.com and clicking the Make an Appointment button on the home page. It will take you to signup.com, and you can choose your date and time and set up your appointment. You can also call our 800 number at 866-536-0717. And an operator will help you and assist you in making that appointment through the same website if you would like some assistance with that. Email address info@flintwaterjustice.com. If you have any other questions, our next town hall will be posted online at flintwaterjustice.com, and you can register for that as well. I see. that we-
So I would just remind people, the claims administrator, if you have tech issues, please call the claims administrator. If you have general issues, call them. If you can't get a satisfactory answer, you can always call us. This webinar, as soon as we're able to, will be posted on our website. All our contact information is there. Our Flint location is there. You can make an appointment in our office to come in and see us. And there is a toll-free number where we will do our best to answer your questions. We thank you all. Michelle, anything else?
Nope, that sounds good. Thanks a lot, Leslie.
Thanks, y'all.
Thank
Thanks,
you
Beth.
very much. Have a good evening.